Meditation practice often feels like meditation practice often feels sorry, it feels like something to get through, something good for us. Like medicine. But as we become more familiar with practicing mindfulness practice or meditation, we become more familiar and we begin to enjoy it as an opportunity to simply buy and simply be, to inhabit our body and be wherever we are without having to do anything in particular. Obviously, there is nothing wrong with doing things. We have to do things. We all have to do things. Doing things is great and it's really important for us, even. But at times, it is challenging for all of us. Having some time when we can just be is really refreshing for all of us. No question that simply being is equally as challenging because some scary thoughts might crop up. But as we become more familiar with the process, we realize we don't have fully engage those thoughts or get caught up in them. It is a particularly painful time when that happens. The meditation practice will be about being with that pain. We can allow it to be a bit discontinuous. That is, we see little gaps in the pain where bits of relaxation and joy even can poke through. So make yourself comfortable in a relaxed way, and whatever posture is comfortable for you now. We begin with our seat. The point about our seat and our legs. is just to have a base to be supported. Nothing special about it as such. If you're on a chair, bottom of the feet are touching the ground. If you are on a cushion, legs can be simply crossed in front of you, or they could be in a lotus posture or half lotus posture, or if any comfortable and desirable sitting posture which you think is more comfortable and required by your body in the present moment. The upper body is upright but not stiff. Our hands can rest on our thighs in front of us with upper arms parallel to upper body. Our eyes can be open or closed, and our gaze is slightly down, just a slight feeling of humbleness about that. And with the gaze down, we are slightly focused inward. Our mouth can be just slightly open or closed. That's a practice itself. Just taking the time, taking the luxury to establish our posture. If you have various bodily issues, you just need to make adjustment for those. Now simply pay attention to your breathing. Pay attention to the breath as it comes in and goes out. The nice thing about the breath is that it's really reliable. It is always going to be there if we are alive. It's about the importance of faith. Many people talk about trust. It's very simple type of faith or trust that something is going to continue to be there. As you find yourself lost in thought and you notice that because you have trust in the breath, you know that it will be there when you bounce off that thought and come back to the breath. Pay attention to body and breath together. As we come back to and notice our breath, we are also noticing our body. So it's a kind of whole body experience. Resting our attention on the breath, we can also feel the temperature in the room and appreciate our ability to sense the world. That we are a sensory mechanism. The world touches us. We have an interplay going on with the world. That's something we can appreciate. Pleasure and pain come from that sensing of the world. For a little while, practice returning to the breath when the mind wanders here and there in past thoughts, in future worries, in imaginations, in our insecurities, whatever running on in your mind, basically, where you feel that you have drifted away from your breath and you just got lost in your thoughts. And not only in thoughts, and other things also. We are taking time to be present and to develop presence. Presence meaning able to be present for whatever comes up or down, could be very intense thought. How did the word begin? Why are we still driving so many cars? Who invented the cars anyway? How do car works? I'm just taking one thing as an example. Can be cognitive, random thoughts like that. Or it could be any other intense emotional thought. Emotional thoughts carry with them a lot of color and a lot of energy and a lots and lots of feeling of movement in your body. I hate that. I love that. Lots feeling tone to those thoughts. They can be persistent. They keep coming up no matter how many times we go back to the breath or thoughts could be just about simple sensation. It's an itch in your toe. Awareness is an equal opportunity process. Whatever comes up, we just notice it and come back. If it comes up again in another shape or form, you know to sit and come back again. There is certain amount of simplicity and dullness about that. But over time, the dullness become natural relaxation. There is feeling of a strength that comes from being able to be present with whatever arises and not being so inclined to run from it. At times, some people like to use the slogan like the present is pleasant, but that's not really true necessarily. The present can contain whatever is present in that moment. If a family member has just died, it's not going to be particularly pleasant. Taking a moment to meditate will be about being with that, not trying to create a pleasant experience for yourself. We are just trying to be with it rather than trying to get something out of it. As we notice thoughts again and again in our practice, the thoughts begin to have less solid substance to them. They can feel less like something we have to fight with. We can have an appreciation that they are not facts. They have just formulations that emerges in the mind and that beneath them is some kind of presence and awareness that continues. Whatever thoughts may arise and dwell for a while and then go. Awareness is being simply living, embracing creation to give to all an open smile. My little child netting in my lap, streaks of red and amber, blossoming day, joyous sounds filling the air, my children at play. As the star falls into the night, it brightens my world. For healing my pain, an almost silent whisper of the wind. In seeing a need in another, may must soul reach out to help. Simplicity of silence breeds understanding, peace, love, non judgmental listening ear, building compassion, extending my hand, much love to share freely. This the import part of a life of happiness. but a small part of blessings held, a glorious life to be lived, and you part too. So lucky I am, so lucky I am. Just be with your breath. Whatever is coming, let it come. Whatever goes, let it go. Whatever is staying, simply acknowledge that it's staying. Loosen up your body a little bit. This is the beauty of the present. This is the beauty of living the moment. And this is the awe and wonder of awareness. Bring everything into the consciousness. Be with your breath as long as you want. Deepen your practice of being focused and aware in your consciousness. And whenever you feel comfortable, you can open your eyes and come out of the practice.